Why are funnels so important? It's very important to be able to address the why first. So, okay. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 epiphanies that took me 6 years to understand that you guys are going to get this within the next 15 minutes. Okay. Very, very important. And feel free to take notes on this and instill it in yourself, because I'm telling you 6 years of experience to be able to share this with you guys. Lesson or reason number 1 is that websites lose you money and funnels make you money. As simple as that. The lawyers who understand this and are able to apply this sooner will be much ahead of the game, because this is where we're heading. This is what it has been for the last couple of years. This is where we're currently at the stage we're at, and this is where it's definitely heading. If you depend on just having a website to get your clients, I promise you, you will be like the rest of the market. You will struggle. If you want to be ahead of the game, you need funnel. Funnels make you money. Let me share with you guys my story of how I came up with this, and share with you guys my story of my first funnel. So my first law firm, Mollaei Law, I basically was a business lawyer doing transactional business services, LLCs, things like that. And then I got an email one day saying, hey, Sam, I need an EIN and I don't have a social. What is an EIN? What difference if you don't have a social? So I started looking to figure out how to do this. And I basically found an article that helped me figure out how to do it. I served my first client, and after I served my first client, I put up a blog article to be able to help other people to get their EINs as well. And as soon as I put up the blog article, a couple of weeks later, I started getting a couple more emails and a couple more calls. A couple of months later, a lot more emails, a lot more calls. And after that, I realized a year later that 80% of my clients was for this EIN service. So I decided to create a funnel. This is my first funnel. I created a funnel for my EIN service, helping people get their EINs without SSNs, by the way, and help them get their EIN numbers. And it started working because I had a funnel. And I'm like, great. And while I was serving my clients for this EIN service, I started getting emails for this thing called ITINs. Hey, Sam, can you also help me get me ITINs? I'm like, I don't know what ITIN is. And again, same thing. I started figuring out how to do an ITIN, and I was able to replicate this EIN funnel, created also for ITINs. And this is actually a picture of my first EIN funnel. This is what it looked like. It looks much different from what it is, but throughout that process, once I built out my first funnel about 6 years ago, I learned so much, and I was able to replicate the ITIN, and then replicate it over and over. And for ITIN service, I was able to spend $390,000 on Google Ads, a lot of money spent. I was able to generate over $2 million for my second funnel. By the way, when I said $2 million, it's because this is a screenshot of just Stripe, let alone PayPal and direct deposits and everything else. The important part is this was all because of a funnel. Okay. I would not be able to be successful with those services if I didn't have a funnel. If I would have just depended on my website to go get me clients, I probably would have served maybe 5 clients a month, and I would have just made, a couple of $1,000s a month. But because I had a funnel, I was able to scale up and refine the process to be able to serve the clients, generate the leads, be able to follow up with them automatically, and be able to sign them up, and be able to also serve them. I also use funnels to serve my clients, but I never really shared that before too, but maybe I'll share it in the future. But you can use funnels to be able to automate a lot of that client generation and help you get more of these clients, again, in a more reliable, consistent, and reliable way, okay? I then went in, I did so well. I went and purchased the domain of my dream. I went and purchased itin.com. So that if anybody knows about domains, if you happen to get a 4 or 5 or 6, even a 6-letter domain, that's really, really valuable, let alone the domain of my service. So I'm like, this is amazing. I'm going to take over. I'm going to create a website and be able to kill it. And I created a website. I went against what was working. I'm like, you know what? This is, big domain. Let me just create a typical website. Let me do blogs and do all that stuff. And I started doing Google Ads, which is basically the same source that I was generating clients for my funnel. By the way, I already have this funnel that's already going and doing really well. I purchased this domain, and but I built it as a website, and I started basically bringing the same type of leads, same type of people to come to this website. Okay. So I was about to spend money, basically bringing the same type of people that need an ITIN. One was sent to a funnel and one was sent to a website. And unfortunately, I only was able to generate 4 clients off my website, and I ended up losing money. And I tried everything. I tried even bringing more leads from different sources. And every time I would do this, I ended up losing money with a website. So this means, to summarize it for you, I generated over 4,000 clients. I made over $1.6 million using a funnel. But when I ended up losing money for the same service using a website. And not only did this give me an epiphany, but I also started testing this out in other niches, in other legal fields. And I saw this over and over. Every time I had a funnel, I would make money. Every time I kind of depended on my website to get me clients, I ended up losing money. Very important. Again, if you have a website and if you just depend on having a website to get you clients, I'm telling you, things are changing. Things have already changed. This is where we're heading. This led me to the realization and a very valuable lesson for you. Websites lose money, and the best way to get clients for a law firm in 2021 and 2022 and beyond is with a funnel. Again, I've done my tests. It's not just for this one service. I've done this also for other services. Spend a lot of money to figure this out. And that's the first realization. All right. Reason number 2, using a funnel instead of a traditional website is like having your best salesperson guide your potential clients into signed up retainers. So if you have a team, you probably have somebody who's like exceptional at signing up clients. Imagine if you're able to replicate that person to help you sign up clients, every single one of your clients 24/7 around the clock, even when they're not working. Well, that's what funnel is like. You're able to replicate the best version of yourself. Okay. Once you create your funnel, you're able to replicate yourself over and over and over and place yourself in front of people who need to talk to you and need to be convinced that they should sign up for your law firm. Once you create it once, you're able and do a good job at it, by the way, because it becomes your best version of yourself. You put it up and 24/7 around the clock, people interacting with you, people are learning from you, and people are being convinced to be able to help you sign them up for your law firm. Very important. Should we cancel our website? No, don't cancel your website. You still need your website. For the sake of getting clients, you need to use the funnel. Okay, very important. We'll address a good question, Grover. We'll address it at the end also. We want to be the Oprah Winfrey of your law firm. What does this even mean? The infamous question, how does Oprah Winfrey do so much? Well, she's able to replicate herself. She's able to scale up what she does. She's able to use videos to be able to reach hundreds and thousands of people. Well, why can't you be the Oprah Winfrey of your own law firm and build something that helps you replicate yourself so that even if you're not working, people are still able to interact with you and be able to sign up for your law firm. From once you create these funnels, people will be able to see you over and over, even if you could be on vacation in Hawaii, and people will still be able to sign up for your law firm. Having a funnel allows you to easily replicate yourself and helps you make money while you sleep. You're not wealthy until you can make money while you sleep. If you're actively working to make money, it's not sustainable. You'll always be working. You have to create systems to be able to replicate yourself so that even when you're not working, it's still bringing you clients and still making you money. Reason number 3, funnels are the evolution of websites and they're here to stay. This is not a fad. I promise this is not a fad. And the reason why I know this is because I mentioned to you guys before, other multi-million-dollar niches and other categories in business, right now, if you studied how they generate customers and clients, they all have funnels. They don't use websites to bring in clients. They're using funnel concepts to bring in clients. And funnels are just the evolution of websites. Everything changes in life. Websites, they were great, they were good, they worked out for 20, 30 years, but that has been transitioned into funnels. And now funnels are not just where we are right now, but that's where we'll be heading even more and more. The problem with websites, and the reason, by the way, the websites are not designed to lead your potential clients to hire you. Okay, they're not designed to do that. They could be used as a brochure, a way for people to look you up. That's why you should still have a website, by the way, because you still want people to look you up, and it actually helps you with the conversion. Once you get them, then people are going to look you up and helps you sign up more clients. But you should not rely on that to get you clients, because that's not what they're designed for. They're kind of used as like a brochure, somewhere to go look up to see if you're legit or not. Okay, they serve 2 different purposes. Websites to see if you're legit, essentially, and funnels is to help you sign them up as clients. Okay, those are the 2 different purposes. On the other hand, funnels build relationship with your potential clients, which relationship building is very important. If you're missing that kind of relationship building in your client generation, you're always going to be struggling. To help you nurture them, which is again very important, helps you automatically follow up with them, helps you guide them to take action. Okay, that's why funnels work. Builds relationship with your potential clients, nurtures them, automatically follows up with them and guides them, and most importantly, gets them to take action, which is for us to sign them up as a client. All right, just like CDs replace cassette tapes and DVDs replace videotapes, the website has been replaced by something called a funnel. Funnel, it's a matter of survival. You don't have a choice. Don't Don't fall behind when see other people kind of creating these funnels over time. I'm telling you, that's where it's heading. So a good way to kind of explain funnels is to imagine the stages of a relationship. And because it had been exposed to me before and watched my other trainings, you guys have already seen this, but let me address it because it's very important. The way that funnels work is that you're playing chess. You're playing a long-term game. You're not playing checkers. You're not playing a short game. A lot of people, a lot of mistake that a lot of lawyers make is that they're going in for the ask. They're going in for the kill way too early. Such as, and let me give you a good example. It's just like an advertisement that you see on Facebook ads. You're like, personal injury lawyer, give us a call now if you've been injured. That doesn't work. Maybe it works. Maybe if they're really lucky, it will work for a couple of weeks. And then after a couple of months, it doesn't work. That's why you only see their ads a couple of times and then you don't see it again. You don't ever see those ads for many, many months and many years because it's not sustainable. It doesn't work. Okay. Instead, you need to play this chess game, which is a long-term playing game, which is the best way to kind of explain it that I found is to explain a long-term committed relationship. If you're trying to get married, the first thing you do is you go on a coffee date, and a very simple date. We're able to have a very easy, simple conversation to get to know each other. Then once you go on a coffee date, if you like that person, then you go on a more serious date. And then maybe that's where you go to a fancier dinner. Maybe go to movies, get to be able to talk more, be able to get to know each other more, get to meet each other's families. And then at that point, you become exclusive with that person. Then at that point, you get married. Then at that point, you have anniversary. So the relationship has to build over time, okay? If you just meet somebody and just ask them, hey, you want to get married? Like imagine that, like nobody wants to get married that way. So that's the reason why most people struggle with getting clients, because they're asking people to get married on the first date. And that's a mistake. That's why it's so important to learn and to play this long-term game, aka a funnel, a chess game, that you're a very systematic way to be able to build a relationship with people and get them to nurture them, build relationships with them, and then gradually get them to commit to you. All right. And the interesting part is that most successful businesses are actually funnels. Did you know that Netflix is actually a funnel? Netflix, I believe they're valued at $281 billion company. Their website is actually made as a funnel. They depend on a funnel to get people to subscribe to their service. Not just that, Grasshopper, also another multi-billion-dollar company. Also, Groupon, another multi-billion-dollar company. These are all, and more websites and more services and products and businesses will turn into these funnel systems. And the best part, once you build a funnel once, it will bring you a reliable, consistent, and predictable system that will bring your clients 24/7 around the clock.
Lawyer Nation, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I post a video, because right now I'm posting 5 videos a week, providing lots of value to lawyers. So click right here to subscribe, and to watch the next most relevant video, click right here. Go do it, go watch it.